Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Barbecue Rockstar here. How y'all doing? Guys, today I'm just going to stay off camera and let you enjoy the beautiful countryside here at my place here in Southeast Texas. It's my little serenity place here. And I think I'm just going to stay off camera here and just have a little chat with you guys, for whomever wants to hear or enjoy what I have to say or not enjoy what I have to say. But guys, I need to talk to y'all. 2 days ago, a political pundit, if you will, a messenger of God, a 31-year-old male who had gained notoriety for taking his beliefs to college campuses nationwide and having open, thoughtful, fair, compassionate debates with kids who are, I say kids, I'm talking about college-age kids and younger, who are not getting the correct information taught to them at their level of education. For example, all these college campuses with these professors who teach ideologies other than what's in the book. And the book is whatever the college curriculum is. I've never been to college. I don't know how professors work. However, I do know that they're just people, guys. They're flawed like the rest of us. They have their own ideas. But when you're a teacher, you're a paid professional, and you are shaping and molding the minds of America's future. You've got to be more selective in what you say. You've got to be more thoughtful as to what you say. 2 days ago, Charlie Kirk was assassinated by a 22-year-old, we suspect, 22-year-old young man from Utah, who once supposedly debated Charlie Kirk and did not like the outcome of that debate. And he shot and killed Charlie Kirk. We suspect. Now, he is a suspect. He is innocent until he's proven guilty. Tyler something or another is his name. I don't really care what his name is. I'm not here to glorify him at all. Whether he's guilty or not, none of my concern at this point. What is my concern at this point, guys, is how you have this ideology in this country that we don't have to respect the law. We don't have to respect our elders. We don't have to respect good common decency as a human being as it relates to our neighbor. And it just dawned on me, I wanted to go live on this thing and just tell y'all that I don't understand any of that. Okay, I'm one of these fundamentalists, guys. I was born and raised in the South. Okay, I was born very poor. My mother was poor. My biological mother was poor. I was actually put up for adoption when I was, actually was never put up for adoption. I was adopted forcefully when I was 2 years old. I was taken out of a very bad situation and put in a very good situation. Had I not, I don't know if I'd still be here talking to you. Okay, but that's how my life started. I lived under a dirty pool table. I lived in a bar, guys. I lived in a bar. I ate cigarette butts, I ate cigarette ashes, I ate match tips, I ate anything that looked like it was food, stale popcorn, I was very malnourished. I was born at 5 pounds, 3 ounces. I was a beer can baby. So that's how I started my life, okay? And now, of course, I have no memory of any of that, right? I think my first memory was when I was probably 4 or 5 years old, probably. So but all that had already passed. But it does ingrain something indelibly on someone's psyche. And because of that, I was like a sponge. When my parents taught me the difference between right and wrong, I didn't question it. I didn't think of any alternative theories or what if this or what if that. Let's ask questions and all that. No, it is what they told you it was, and you believed them. Because in the South, back in the 60s and 70s, that's how we did things. As a child, if you got out of line, you got punished. I myself, guys, throughout my life have been punished in some pretty severe ways that have definitely left their mark on me, and not necessarily in a good way, okay? I endured a lot of trauma growing up, physical and emotional trauma. And I've never said this publicly to anybody. And I'm not gonna get into the ifs, whys, and howevers of it, but I suffer from it psychologically to this day. However, I don't go out and kill people, okay? Mental illness, right? Everybody talks about mental illness. Everybody always mentally ill. Is he really mentally ill? Because I'm not mentally ill myself. I do suffer from PTSD. I do suffer from trauma as a youth. I do suffer from things I've seen throughout my life. I do suffer from 40 years of living in excruciating pain, but I don't go out and kill people. I don't go out and put my hands on people for any reason. Guys, anyone that really knows me knows I've got a pretty quick trigger. I mean, I'm quick to react, good, bad, or indifferent. I'm very quick to react. That's my fight or flight instinct. And I'm sure that was one of those aforementioned ingrained items that was ingrained upon me way before I had any cognizant memory of it. But I don't go out and kill people. I don't really care about people's political views until it becomes extreme, okay? I've stated my case. I am a very old school Republican in that I believe in right and wrong. Am I a Democrat? No. Am I a Republican? No. I vote Republican typically because that's the closest to my ideologies or my core values, my core beliefs, my ethos, if you will. Conservatives lean a lot more toward that, but I got to be honest, guys. The Republican Party has let me down so many times. I don't really say I'm a Republican. I just tell people I'm a conservative. I believe right and wrong. I believe God created the world. I believe that a man is a man and a woman is a woman, and you do not mess with God's perfection. And that's really the message I want to spread today, guys, is God's perfection. With all the killing, you know, you get a little, a 20-year-old or 21-year-old Ukrainian girl jumps on a bus. I can't remember what it was, Chicago, or I don't know where it was, but somewhere. She gets on a bus. She's just getting off her pizza job, and some idiot behind her stabs her in the jugular and kills her right there on the spot. And it's all on camera. You see it. Charlie Kirk gets a .308 round blown through his neck, and you see the aftermath, guys. I am so triggered by that I was so compelled to come on here and spread a message of love. Guys, we are all God's perfection. God doesn't make mistakes. Remember that. God does not make mistakes. Now, if you're listening to this, say, well, I don't believe in God. Well, shame on you. Number one, shame on you. But I'm not going to disown you as a friend if you don't believe in God. Hopefully we could have a private conversation about that at a later time, one-on-one or something. But I'm happy to share the good news that God loves you. Guys, God created me at 5 pounds, 3 ounces in a very bad situation. Now, the situational part was not God's fault. Me coming into the world, I do believe was God's fault. I came in as a little, undernourished, very unhealthy baby boy who spent the first 2 weeks of his life in an incubator trying to learn how to breathe. My lungs were underdeveloped. First 2-3 weeks of my life were not very good. I have no memory of it, but I'm sure it's somewhere deep down inside. But guys, I am God's perfection. With all my flaws today, with all of my ideologies, with all my baggage, with all whatever I carry around with me, that's all me. But below all that, on the core level, I am God's perfection. God created me in His likeness. So who am I? I mean, who am I to try to change that? You know, you got kids, you know, little boys trying to be little girls trying to be little boys, and sympathetic parents going along with it. And I don't understand any of that, guys. But I've never lied to you. I'm never going to start right now. God created you. You, whoever's hearing this, I'm talking to you. He created me. Now, there's been a lot of times when I wish He hadn't created me. I'll be honest. A lot of times, guys. Not one or two, but a lot. I've suffered some very severe times in my life. And I continue to struggle with certain things in my life that some of you know, some of you don't. But, you know, I look, I'm not a perfect person. Let me just tell you this. My dogs are so much better than me. I look at my dogs as perfection. I'm just a flawed human individual trying to do my best. But guys, I know the truth. God created me. Guys, you are God's perfection. I'm going to say it to you. Start saying it to yourself in the mirror every morning when you get up to brush your teeth, or get the eye boogers out of your eyes, or blow your nose, or check, see if you pop that pimple real good, or whatever it is. You are God's perfection. And if you just repeat it to yourself in the mirror 5 times every morning, it will change your life. I am God's perfection. 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 5 times with meaning and conviction. And try to believe it when you say it, because you know what? Over time, your mind tricks itself. If you repeat something enough, you start to believe it's true. I am God's perfection. What could it hurt, guys? Just try it. I didn't see this on some Dale Carnegie workshop, Zig Ziglar, Train the Trainer. This is just something I came up with after seeing the senseless killings that have been going on. And it's not political. I don't believe this is a political thing. I believe this is a moral inadequacy we have as a country. We have no morals as a country. Parents aren't teaching their kids right and wrong. They're just not. Hell, half the time there is no dad. 60% of marriages end in divorce. 60%. You got no chance, guys. You got no chance. Sorry. If you're in a marriage that's worked, God bless it. God bless you. But guys, marriage does not work in this day and age. And it's sad and it's unfortunate, because God created marriage as a union between a man and a woman. Not 2 women, not 2 men. I'm sorry if I piss some people off, but this is my live stream. You can click it. You can put ugly comments in there if you want. God created Adam and Eve, not Steve and Steve, not Sue and Sue, nothing like that. Adam and Eve. You are God's perfection. As long as you hold on to that truth and you ingrain it into your mind and you repeat that yourself over, and you don't have to just do it in the morning. You could do it throughout the day when you're feeling stressed out or anxiety's got you down, man. I am God's perfection. Whenever you mention God's name as a believer, you are empowering yourself through Christ. Okay, now I'm not a theologian, I'm not a preacher, I'm not a minister. I don't claim any of that, guys. I'm a Christian. I'm a flawed, dirty, beat down Christian that's lived a really, really full life so far. And I hope to have another 30 years in me. But guys, I am God's perfection. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me from not putting my hands on certain people when I get angry. See, I'm not a guy that's going to shoot somebody. I'm the guy that wants to go snap, crackle, pop in the middle of the night, if you feel me. And ain't no pop from no gun. Anybody could shoot somebody. Anybody could stab somebody. I know the human anatomy, and that's a dangerous thing to know. Pressure points, submission spots, things like that. But I don't employ that, guys, because I believe God doesn't want me doing that. And the way the world is so evil. We as humans, backsliding Christians, or whatever you want to call yourself, I'm speaking for myself here now. I'm not trying to project my problems on anybody. But guys, it's a struggle for me just to stay legal, you know. I mean, it really is. That's why I moved down here to the country, to get away from people that might trigger me otherwise. You are God's perfection, guys. You are God's perfection. And so am I. God bless the USA. God bless you. Barbecue Rockstar out.